what he's doing? He's standing. He's not even sitting. So if he is standing and we also have to please him, we have to do something. So we have to dance. So this program, and Prabhupada used to always say, many people are having, different as per the karmas, some graha doshas or some, some bad omens, jo bhi kuch hai. But when during morning program, when we clap, you're clapping, right? When we clap, chanting the prayers, chanting Mahamantra, dancing. We were raising our hands, we were, dancing with our feet. So it has power to remove all our negativities around everything just by doing this. These lines, people see na palmistry, people हाथ देखते हैं ना क्या है, this is going to happen, long life, short life जो भी है, whatever it may be. But if you're sincerely doing it, clapping, dancing, singing, taking Lord's name, these lines will change. And next time when you're going to someone, it change ho gaya. Yes. But with that, we have important is sincerity. We have to do with all love and faith. When we are chanting, when we're dancing. So this morning program is very, very important. It's completely fine that अभी समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि what is happening around, but just hang on. Just imitate other devotees who are there. By 2-3 Mangal Aartis will be pro. Done. Okay, and we'll also try to share it, the meaning of it, why it is important. So next time, next Mangalarti when you are coming, you can just read it, try to understand the meaning, then you'll be able, and you ask your other devotees, and then you'll be able to do it with more faith and devotion. Till then, just imitate the other devotees. Done. Perfection. Yes. So with this note, we'll begin with Srimad Bhagavatam. Post this, we'll be having breakfast prasadam for everyone. So please wait, do not go. So around 9, 9:10, we shall be having breakfast prasadam. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय नमो नमः। So Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 24, named Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. So today is Mahashivratri. Yes. So Mahashivratri, like many of us, because of our ignorance, we lack of knowledge, we have these arguments happening. Ki who is supreme, Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu, right? But if you really understand the heart of Lord Shiva or the heart of Lord Vishnu, they have the most loving relationship. Okay, and if we really want to please, like today is Shivratri, we will be doing a lot of things. We'll be going to maybe Lord Shiva temple. We'll be offering water to the Shivlinga, Bel Patra, and what else? Milk, many things. Yes. Why? Why? Why we are doing it? Huh? To please Lord Shiva, right? And then we will have our little or big list of wants. Yes. Why we are doing it today? Because we know today is a very, very special day of Lord. We all know it. Yesterday we had a beautiful class on it. Yes. So what we have to do, we have to do something for the pleasure of the personality on that day. So he'll be pleased, and he becomes very pleased on that day, appearance day. Our birthday is something on. So similarly, so if we do something, what he wants, and then he'll be happy. So here is Srimad Bhagavatam. Now they say this is not Shiva Puran what we are discussing. It is Srimad Bhagavatam. And this Srimad Bhagavatam, that's why I request everyone to please read Srimad Bhagavatam. Then all our misunderstanding, jo bhi hamara hai, it will vanish. Everything is there so systematically. So here there's a chapter fully. There is many place in which in the 12th canto also there is a instant where we are glorifying Lord Shiva, and here this particular chapter is fully dedicated on Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva is telling, if you want to please me, what you have to do. It's not mentioned here, Belipatra this. Of course, we have to do it. But he is telling here what is it is so dear to me. If you do it, I'll be extremely happy. Yes. So this we shall be discussing. So the chapter name is song sung by Lord Shiva, which is also famous in Srimad Bhagavatam, Rudra Gita. Bhagavad Gita, so Rudra Gita. So this chapter name is Rudra Gita, and today what verses we'll be taking. Actually, it's this verses Rudra Gita starts from fourth chapter 24th, fourth canto 24th chapter, from 27 verse till 79 verse. So today is a holiday. I was supposed to take it, at least the recitation, but I'll send the link to you all. It's already posted in the group, Suresh Prabhu, online link. So you can read that at least shloka or the translation of it today. You'll become very happy. Okay? It will hardly take in half an hour or so with shloka and translation. We'll take just few verses today over here and we will decide it. At least we'll know the meaning of it. We'll decide the translation. So here now I'll take two shlokas in which Shivji starts what he wants in so that he can please. So we read text 27 and 28. We have sent in the link. Please open it, Veda base, and you can just refer it so then you will be able to recite it. श्रीरुद्र उवाच उवाच यूयं वेदि सदा पुत्रा यूयं वेदि सदा पुत्रा विदितं वा सचिकृषितं विदितं वा चिकृषितम् अनुग्रहाय भद्रं वा एवं मे दर्शनं कृतम्. So, translation Lord Shiva said, "You are all the sons of King Prachinarpi, and I wish all good fortune to you. I also know what you are going to do, and therefore I am visible to you just to show my mercy upon you." The second, and let's read quickly the purport. By these words, Lord Shiva indicates that what the princes were going to do was known to him. It is a fact that they were going to worship Lord Vishnu by severe austerities and penances. Knowing this fact, Lord Shiva immediately became very pleased. As apparent by the next verse, this indicates that a person who is not yet a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead but who desires to serve the Supreme Lord receives the benedictions of the demigods, headed by the chief demigod Lord Shiva. Thus, a devotee of the Lord does not need to try to please the demigod separately. Simply by worshipping the Supreme Lord, a devotee can please all of them. Nor does he have to ask the demigods for material benedictions, for the demigods, being pleased with the devotee, automatically offer him everything that he needs. The demigods are servants of the Lord and they are always prepared to help a devotee in all circumstances. Therefore, Srila Bilvamangal Thakur said that if one has unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Lord, the goddess of liberation is ready to serve him. To say nothing of the gods of material opulences. Indeed, all the demigods are simply waiting for an opportunity to serve the devotee. Thus, there is no need for a devotee of Krishna to endeavor for material opulence or liberation. By being situated in the transcendental position of devotional service, he receives all the benedictions of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. The second verse we'll take today. Please repeat after me. यः परं ब्रह्म सा साक्षात् यः परं ब्रह्म सा साक्षात् त्रिगुणा जीव संस्थिता भगवन्तं वासुदेवं प्रपन्ना स प्रियो हि मे. So here Shivji tells what is dear to me, how we can become dear to Shivji, and this is not told by other people. This is told by Lord Shiva himself. Okay, this is not other words. So translation, Lord Shiva continued, any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the controller of everything, material nature as well as the living entity, is actually very dear to me. Yes? So with this purport is big, you can please, very important purport, you can please read at home later. So with this we will begin with this. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवाञ्चं श्रीरूपां सागरजातां सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चादेशतारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय। वैष्णव ठाकुर जी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। मुखम करोति वाञ्छालं कमलं कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुतीर्थारि परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्येश्वरम। Hare Krishna. So, on behalf of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, I welcome you all for today's special morning program, the first one of 2026, on this very special day of Mahashivratri. So, I seeking blessing of all my Varishta Vaishnavas so that they bless me so able to do this seva for pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and all of you. So this part of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's a very special one, and I've taken somehow this seva has come today, and those of you Matajis, you know, ki some of you ki after our class, we used to sit in the corner and we used to discuss this part from past 5 6 months, and this was this chapter somehow, you know, and we have done a deep study. You all know, you know, so many doubts were clear. Many things happened in this chapter. So by Lord Shiva's blessing, this seva we have got today on this day of Mahashivratri. I seek His blessing, and it is for His pleasure. Because of him, through him, I got this Krishna Bhakti. I'm very grateful to Lord Shiva in my life. Yes, so this part of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is instruction of Lord Krishna. It's a life manual what we have to do in our life. Srimad Bhagavatam is a scripture where it is mentioned about Krishna and Leela with his devotees. So, okay, it's beautiful pastime. Story. You can see that corner where you can see Parikshit Maharaj and Sukdev Goswami is narrating Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, and all the rishis they are sitting there, including Narad Muni, including Vyasdeva, and Srila Prabhupada gave immense importance to Bhagavatam. So Nityam Bhagavata Seva, Nityam, daily Nityam. And if you just by doing this Bhagavatam, and one more thing, whenever we hear or read Srimad Bhagavatam, that time, how much you are reading, is not calculated in our Ayu. Suppose I am born and I am destined to live for 50 years. Okay? But the moment we are, how much time, whatever time we are spending in reading or hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, that amount of time is not calculated in our age. So we'll get extra years. So, secret of living more life is by taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavata. This is mentioned here. Yes. So, so it's a story, like as I said, a lot of stories. So this conversation has been, in that, in Vidurji, we know he leaves because of Duryodhan, and then he meets Maitreya Muni, and it is their Samvad. Here, in the previous chapter, it is mentioned about Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj is the incarnation of Lord only. It's ideal king. It's a beautiful chapter. That's why I request everyone, let us all read Srimad Bhagavatam. You will not require anything else in life. मतलब this mobile or कुछ तो वैसे movies or other things. So so in the Prithu Maharaj lineage, Prithvi Maharaj's eldest son was Antardhana. We should know now why Shivji spoke this Rudra Gita. It is not randomly for anybody. Meeting Shivji or having darshan of Shivji is so rare. And why Shivji has come here for this sons, 10 princes, and then he's speaking about Rudra Gita, which is so dear to him. He won't tell his heart to anybody, random person, right? So that's why this backstory is important. So Prithvi Maharaj's eldest son was Antardhana. He had many sons. His one of the son is Havirthana. Hmm? In that, Havitana had again many sons, big lineage. In that, he had one son who was Bharisat, also which is called Prajapati. So this Brahmaji created, he gave this, and from there we have to increase the progeny, we have to increase everybody population for different verses. So this is how this Brahmaji gave them this seva. So at the instruction of Brahmaji, this king Barisat, which is also called as Prachina Bari, because he was a very powerful king and very religious king. So he told ki you have to now start expanding the population, right? So you please get married to Ocean, daughter of Ocean, who was Satadruti. And from Satadruti, King Prachina Bari was a very religious king. They got 10 children, 10 sons, and now they are called as Prachetas. At least you must have heard somewhere this term Prachetas, Prajatapi, Manu, you know. So that is how creation started. This is how creation started. Everything is mentioned in our scripture. So now they grew nicely and they become wonderful princes. Now it is time to take the charge, just because they become teenager, and this happened in Satyuga. So now it is a time to, because King Prachinabhari was very religious, he wanted to now give the kingdom to his son and do full time bhakti. But before that, he wanted to prepare his sons. So what it was that time in Satyuga, average age was 1 lakh year. We are having 100, but abhi to 50, 60, we don't know. So, so he told this all was ready, and when the children are ready for teenagers, what we do? We want to just enjoy, na? Right? But their father came and he told, now I'm wanting to give you, pass on to my kingdom, but not just like that. You all first go to the forest and do tapasya for how many years? 10,000 years. Okay, 10,000 years. Suppose if we had got some instruction like that from our father or parents, हम क्या करते? छोड़ दो. No, anyways, this is going to come me only. Why I have to go somewhere? Forget about 10,000 or 10 years or 10 months also, 10 days also. We'll be able to leave everything and go. And that tapasya, what he said, you have to go in water, deep in the ocean, and 10,000 years be in the water and do tapasya. Then be prepared, and then you come here, I'll give you this. But immediately, as soon as their father gave the instruction, they immediately left together. Not even single person was saying, why me? This everybody united, right? And they left to follow the instructions of their father. So what we can learn from this? And learn ki even sometimes we also get some instructions. We are coming on the path of bhakti. Even in the temple also, Kyari, you do this, you don't do this. I say. So sometimes, why me? Why you are telling me? Right? We all are coming here, but no. We had, if we have to know ki whatever the instructions coming, is for my growth in my bhakti. And we have to just accept it and humbly start doing it sincerely. And then we'll see the result, what is going to happen. So, in the life of this Prachetas, that also just because at one instruction, they humbly followed and they left for it. And because of that, Lord Shiva came in their life. And then everything changed. They they had mercy of Lord finally. So they leave. On the way when they were leaving and they're walking, they reached to a place which was there's a beautiful lake. Lake means a big ocean kind of thing, but it is very shant. And it's a beautiful description here. Ki what all there in that place? The beauty is unmatchable. The very nice verses mentioned. At least those of you who have time, please, I would at least go through this translation, the entirety, one chapter, 1 hour it will take maximum. Please read. It's a beautiful description of that place is there. And then that they could hear beautiful sound of different musical instrument. Then they were seeing some Gandharvas coming, dancing. And then suddenly one personality appears. Who was he? Lord Shiva. Shiv Shambho ki chai. So he comes there and looking at his beauty, and they were so happy. And immediately they had the knowledge because the father had given the knowledge of this. So they immediately offered him Dandavat, and it is mentioned everywhere here ki what they say. So so this once the Prachitas comes meet Lord Shiva, and there is a verse where there's a samvad of Lord Shiva and Prachitas, in which at one verse, Shivji tells them, you are all the devotees of the Lord, and as such, I appreciate that you are as respectable as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. I know in this way that the devotees also respect me, that I am dear to them. Thus, no one can be dear to the devotees as I am. So he's saying why he's worshipable. Then further, Lord, on the verse, he begins with this Gita, and he says, before what is the way in which we are to hear this Rudra Gita? Right, we cannot just simply jump. So he tells himself, he gives that caution how we have to hear. So here in this shloka in text 31, Shivji tells them, now I shall chant one mantra which is not only transcendental, pure and auspicious, but is the best prayer for anyone who is aspiring to attain the ultimate goal of life. When I chant this mantra, please hear it carefully and attentively. So this is the instruction Lord Shiva gave. This is for everyone. We are just repeating. I'm just repeating this thing. So whenever we read or hear this Rudra Geet, Shivji tells you have to hear it carefully and attentively. Yes, and the next verses from verse 33 to 43, Shivji begins glorifying Lord Shiva. Okay, ki why I have to as we the first second verse we heard, right, ki whoever takes shelter of Lord Vishnu, Shivji becomes very happy, and that person becomes very dear to him, and then he starts speaking this Rudra Geet. And in this coming chapters of from verse 33 through 43, Shivji tells about different. He starts first glorifying Lord Vishnu. He doesn't just simply start, and that is the beginning. And here says one time, Lord Shiva addressed the Supreme Personality of Godhead with the following prayer. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, all glories unto you. You are the most exalted of all self realized soul, since you are always auspicious for the self realized. I wish that you be auspicious for me. You are worshipable by virtue of the all perfect instructions you give. You are the super soul. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you as the supreme living being. And then the further verses of verse till 44 for different reasons, different, because of different activities of the Lord. Lord Shiva, taking those activities, he glorifies Lord. So what we have to understand, when we are coming in front of the Lord, it should not be directly with our list of what my wants, Baba ye kar te kar te kar te kar ye kar, and then we say, if you wish fulfill my wish, then I will give you this. Kya denge hum unko? What he wants, he has everything. Yesterday we heard, right, when the housewarming ceremony was there, what Shivji does in the end, Shivji gives his own palace to that Brahmana. Yes, we heard, right? So what he was, he has everything, right? But he is just renounced. He knows what is it that he wants to meditate, and that's what he's teaching everyone. So here is explaining all those things to prachetas, and in turn of prachetas to all of us who wants to please him, wants to please Lord. Now from text 44 onwards, Lord Shiva first he explains all the activities and he glorifies. And in this verses, which are, I would say, one of the most beautiful verses of this Rudra Gita, it's must one to hear or read. So Lord Shiva explains here the form of which form is dear to Lord. As we know, ki lords, like some people worship Lord in form of light. Huh? What we say? We merge into the light, Supreme Brahman. But that is also part of the Lord. As Srila Prabhupada very nicely explained his purpose, if you are reading, he says ki all three activities are part of Lord only. It's like how when the train comes in the night, what we hear first? Sound. Later on, the light. But if we just say that light only is the train, we are foolish. Because light is emanated because of the train. So that light, the Brahman, it is from part of Lord's body. Yes. So here Shivji tells in verse 44, which form of the Lord, which part of the Lord, which is light or sound or the Lord's transcendental body is dear to him and he wants to worship, which is the highest and Lord wants to worship. So here Shivji tells to Lord only. He wants to give darshan. He's telling this prayer, please Lord, please give me darshan of you. And that's he says in this verse, my dear Lord, I wish to see you exactly in the form that your very dear devotees worship. You have many other forms, but I wish to see your form that is especially liked by the devotees. Please be merciful upon me and show me that form. For only that form, worshipped by the devotees, can perfectly satisfy all the demands of the senses. So it's not light, it is not sound. Which form of the Lord can fulfill all the our demands of our senses is the form of the Lord, the body of the Lord, and that Shivji tells here. And then he start glorifying different each and every part of the body of the Lord, glorifying his lotus mouth, fingers, lotus feet, navel, eyebrows, ripples on the stomach. That also Lord Shiva glorifies here. So this is a very, very sweet. The coming verses from verse 45 to 56. Here, Lord Shivji explains and glorifies the beautiful body of Lord. And this is one of the most um, sweetest part of Rudra Gita that we have to read. So here, I'll just take one or two for here, just explanation, translation. So here, Lord Shiva tells, the Lord's beauty resembles a dark cloud, and that's why the Lord has named Ghanasham, Shamasundar. Yes, dark cloud during the rainy season. As the rainfall glistens, his bodily features also glistens. Indeed, he is the sum total of all beauty. The Lord has four arms and an exquisitely beautiful face with eyes like the lotus petals, a beautiful highly raised nose, a mind attracting smile, a beautiful forehead, and equally beautiful and fully decorated ears. You see? And then Srila Prabhupada explains that with beautiful purport. Yes, those, oh, beautiful. Then here I'll take one more in which, huh. So here Shuji says in verse 51, the lower part of the Lord's waist is dark and covered with yellow garments. That's why the name, hmm? Pitambar. Huh? And a bedecked with golden embroidery work. So Matajis who are dressing the Lord, we have to think, we have to design the dress for the Lord now as per Lord Shiva's instruction. His symmetrical lotus feet and the calf muscles, thighs, and joint of his legs are extraordinarily beautiful. Beautiful. Yesterday was some people celebrated kya? Valentine's Day, and the boys and girls or Mataji's Prabhuji's, they glorify and appreciate beauty about the beauty. But can anybody who says, "Now you are my life and soul," can anybody glorify their partner like this? Here, Shivji is glorifying the beauty of Lord's thighs, calves. किसी चांद सा रोशन चेहरा. But can anybody say this? The Lord's every part is so beautiful and transcendental. Yeah. So indeed, the Lord's entire body appears to be well built. Um, huh. Here, Shuji tells about the lotus feet now. My dear Lord, your two lotus feet are so beautiful that they appear like two blossoming petals. Our feet, we know. Kaise? Lord's feet is more softer than petal. We offered flower today, na? You see that rose petal, how soft it is? Soft. Here he mentions the Lord's lotus feet. Lord's feet is more softer, delicate than those petals. Imagine. Huh? So, is and lotus flowers are more softer and delicate. So here say two blossoming petals of the lotus flowers which grows during the autumn season. Indeed, up now Lord Shiva is glorifying which part of the Lord's body. Any guesses? Nails. Huh? Without pedicure. Without pedicure also Lord's nails are so beautiful. Okay. So here he says, indeed the nails of your lotus feet, and that of feet, not even hands, emanate such a great effulgence that they immediately dissipate all the darkness in the heart of a conditioned soul. Abhi, Shuji is telling, nails of Lord's lotus feet has the power to remove all the darkness of a conditioned soul. So that's why we say we have to start darshan from the lotus feet. And just by looking at the Lord at the lotus feet, na, darkness chala jata hai hamara. Then we upright. Just nails. So next time we have to see nails of the Lord, feet of the Lord, thigh of the Lord, calf muscle, karte karte upar. So here Shuji says again, my dear Lord, kindly show me the form of yours which always dissipates all kinds of darkness in the heart of a devotee. We are practicing devotees from many years. We have someone from birth they are practicing, some have come from 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 6 months, 1 month, 2 months, whoever. But still we are chanting, we are following, we are wearing kanthi, we are following regulatory principles. But then we still have some gadbad hota hai. That's dukhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. Yes, in material world, no matter what happens, it's going to be some problems or other. And then some problem arises in a devotee's life, then our faith gets shaken up. Is this process really effective? I'm chanting from so many years. I left non-veg and being in Goa, typical Goan people, you ask, living this. And that too later on we say onion garlic. My God. And then later on we say Krishna does kya? Cha coffee also. So too much. But we still somehow, because we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, we come in the association, we go to Sri Vrindavan Dham, as we see, and then we say, Chalo, for you Krishna, for you Radharani, anything. And then karte with all our opposition from the home, everybody from our mind, from our parents and friends and colleagues and whatnot. Yes, we finally give up things so called which were so dear to us. Huh? And then suddenly things start falling apart. गड़बड़ होता है ना. Maybe I was getting something happens wrong, and then we said, "Arey, I did so many sacrifices. I renounced so many things like Lord Shiva." No, Lord Shiva is the epitome of renunciation. He is giving everybody material benediction. He's Bole Bhandarin, very easily give. But what he does himself, if we go to Ambani, everybody goes to Ambani, those big peoples. So Ambani gives them everything, those gift everything. But Ambani has more things always than the people he's giving, right? Here we have Lord Shiva, who can give any, and he's not a, he's the highest. Even after a material destruction, he's still there. With Tattva, we're not going to the Tattva of the Lord, but he's not an ordinary personality, he's a highest personality. Huh? And what he's doing? He's giving, and people are like, the Bhole Bhandari, give me this, give me that. What, but how he's staying? How he's staying? He's staying Kailash, we're seeing. Nothing, there is not even the roof. He's applying all this bhasmas, not in the proper clothes. All the nagas, he's always covered with nagas. His hair is matted, right? His entire body is with rag. And we know why he is doing it. Because he's so compassionate. He's giving because beautifully yesterday it's been discussed ki, there are different levels of people, but he's so compassionate that he's what will happen to these people, Bhuta, Pishacha, whoever who doesn't want to do anything. He is like a loving mother. He goes there, loving father. He goes there and uplifts them. That is his compassion. Yes, that is compassion, Lord Shiva. And what he gives them, highest. Yeah, we already discussed yesterday. We're not repeating it. So that's what he's saying. What he does, if he wants to, if he just go there and ask Mujhe, he will give because he don't want to get disturbed in his meditation. He's always in samadhi. You see, he's always in samadhi, meditating on whom? He's not sleeping. He's meditating on the Supreme Lord. And when we come to him and we say, "Oh Lord Shiva, please give me this," he'll give because he don't want disturbance in his bhajan. Sometimes we also, when we chant and kids come, "Arey Baba, mujhe kuch de do," we'll just give them chalo so I can sit peacefully and chant. Similarly, is Lord Shiva. And that's why he gives. But he practicing renunciation, right? So coming back to us, and some bad thing happens, then we say कि अरे क्यों हो रहा है मेरे साथ कित्याक जाता म्हाका अशें मातशें सारकें ना दिसता हें कितें गडबड जाला खूब जाला आसतलो and then we start searching for other things, and that is what is our loyalty, our chastity, our faith has been tested. Yes, so we have to learn from the life and instructions of Lord Shiva. We should be fixed up. We should not give up for things. Ultimately, what is highest, we shall, if we are on the right path, as right association, definitely we shall be getting it. It's a matter of time. We should not leave this path no matter what happens. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. And that Raksha, we cannot define what kind of Raksha we want. Right? That let Lord decide for us. So that is the lotus feet, the glories of lotus feet over here, where just by meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, Shivji says, "My dear Lord, you are the supreme spiritual master of everyone. Therefore, all conditioned souls covered with the darkness of ignorance can be enlightened by you as the spiritual master." Here, Shuji says in the next verse 53, "My dear Lord, those who are desire to purify their existence must always engage in meditation upon your lotus feet, as described above. Those who are serious about executing their occupational duties and who want freedom from fear, हमें डर लगता है ना, we get scared of few different things, losing things, and we are all our life protecting things what is not there. So he's telling to be fearless, take shelter of the Lord. Who is telling? Lord Shiva is telling here. So those who are serious about executing their occupational duties and who wants freedom from fear must take to this process of bhakti yoga. Yes, and like that Lord is telling many things, it's explaining. um, yes, so it's about lotus feet, and I feel like going on and on just by reading the beautiful Rudra Gita of the Lord. But I request everyone to please read, and I'll tell you now essence of um, uh, this. Just a short summary of Rudra Gita with this last verse in which Lord is explaining the creation of material world is also done by the Lord. He says here, my dear Lord, you are the only supreme person, the cause of all causes. Before the creation of this material world, your material energy remains in a dormant condition. When your material energy is agitated, the three qualities, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance, act. And as a result, the total material energy, egotism, ether, air, fire, water, earth, and all the various demigods and saintly person becomes manifest. Thus, the material world is also created. So, we want to know how the material world is created, how this world is created. Shivji tells in this verse, verse number 54. Yes, and then from 67 to 79, Shivji tells he concludes with offering beautiful prayers, and then he tells this one last verse. When he concludes the last verse, he says, we'll recite it together. गीतं मैदं नरदेवनन्दना गीतं मैदं नरदेवनन्दना परश्च पुंसा परमात्मनास्तवं परश्च पुंसा परमात्मनास्तवं जपन्त एकाग्रधियस्तपो महान् जपन्त एकाग्रधियस्तपो महान् चरध्वम् अन्ते तत आपशाते पिशतं चरध्वम् अन्ते तत आपशते पिशतं. So here it is last shloka of the Rudra Gita, verse 79. Shivji tells the Prachitas, my dear sons of the king, the prayers I have recited to you are meant for the pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul. I advise you to recite these prayers, which are as effective as great austerities. In this way, when you are mature, your life will be successful and you will certainly achieve all your desired objectives without fail. Shirudra Geet ki jai. So quickly, I'll just explain, I'll summarize this. Well, less time. So here, as we know, the story, the Prachetas, the Shuji start speaking the Rudra Gita, and here we should know why Shuji came to them. As I had asked you, na, this is why we have to know why he came. It's because he said anyone, it is one shloka which we have not taken it. So here Shuji say anyone who just sincerely want to take up the process of bhakti, Lord Shivji comes, he becomes extremely happy and he comes to help them in their bhakti life. He becomes very happy. That is the heart of Lord Shiva. Those who ask material, he'll give. But if you really want to please him, if you follow this process, he will, he'll give you the guidelines. And he instructed the process because the father told, yeah, the father told, right? Prajapati, you go and do tapasya for 10,000 years in water. अभी क्या करेंगे 10,000 years जाके? So this is what he told Shivji. He explained his prayers. He gave this prayer, and this prayers has been, Shivji tells in one of the verses that this prayers has been spoken earlier by Lord Shiva to one of the rishi during the time of creation, and same he repeats it to the Pracheta so that they start pujaning. And then Prachetas goes and they goes in water. They thank Lord Shiva and they stand on in water for 10,000 years and they recite this Rudragit. And then finally Lord comes and give them darshan. So now what we have to do? Do we have 10,000 years? No. We have so much time to do so many things? No. So here that same Lord, he came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, who is the avatar of the form of same Lord Krishna in the mode of Srimati Radharani. PSS days is coming now on 3rd of March, Gaur Purnima. We celebrated Nityanand Trayadashi, and now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is appearing after the appearance of Lord Nityananda, who is Lord Balram. And he tells we all, because that was a Satya Yuga. Good, we are not part of Satya Yuga, na? So we have appeared in Kali Yuga. We say it's the most degraded yuga, but if you want to get out this yuga, it is the most easiest yuga, just by taking up this process very, and they have made this process very simple. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna, he is telling what we have to do. We have to just chant sincerely this Maha Mantra: Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So just by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it has everything. It has Rudragit, it has everything, Brahmas, it has everything. And just by doing this sincerely, with love and devotion, by following ABCD in the Association of Devotees, we have to learn from this story. Now, quickly, we will close. The Prachitas, they were 10 brothers. They all were united. It is, forget about 10. 1, 2 person, there's a difference between parents and the children only. What about the siblings? Yeah? And there are 10 of them. We are not unheard of now. Only 1 or 2 kids, right? So 10 of them, they were together, even for 10,000 years they were together. They didn't leave each other's association. There must be some issues होगा उनके बीच में भी, but नहीं है. So we, as we're coming here in to center, so we all now more than 100 devotees are there. So there will be something issue here and there, but still we should forget it and we should be together, because like an example of prachetas, by taking the instructions of from their father and Lord Shiva, they were unitedly did this Rudra Git, and they were together, and then Krishna came and they gave darshan. So we also have to be togetherly, and it becomes easier. You see, when we were chanting at home, what happens? We have all kind of distraction comes, right? This is the major distraction, or something else. But when we chanted 2 rounds today after Mangalarti, has anybody removed their phone and they were doing seeing some shorts or reels or something? No. Why? We immediately became Paramhamsa? No. Immediately we got taste of Harinam? No. Because I have my other partner who will see and will say, अरे माताजी phone घेता, प्रभुजी phone पे था, right? Yes, that's why we didn't take this phone. That's why Ulona. That's why we didn't lie down. Ashi. No, Kiran, power of association. That's why we say no matter how much 64 rounds, 108 mala we do at home. But if we chant 1 round here in the association, that has such a power and energy, isn't it? That's why we have to come together. Right? CCTV as Krishna and CCTV the upload devotee amcha life who will keep us on that rank. And when we will, through the help of the CCTV of a devotee, we do our bhakti, then the 24 hours CCTV who is there in our heart, same Lord as Paramatma, we'll have the realization that this CCTV is 24 by 7, and then we won't be worried about what will happen. We'll be conscious about this. But for that, initially, to have that conscious of Paramhamsa, we need this CCTVs in our life. Devotees who are our saviors or protectors. बोलेंगे कुछ, डांटेंगे, will say something, तापितली किरे म्हणतली, but still we have to be together. Yeah, the CCTV of devotees we should never leave. And that's when we come together in a temple, that's the biggest way. So association, so this Bhagavatam we have to see the life of Prachitas. association is most important. Yes. So, just learning, just few two more things, and yeah. So here, as you said, ki just when we take that shelter, we want to do bhakti, Lord Shiva immediately comes. He makes all arrangement for us, and that's why Lord Shiva came to purchase us. They had no qualification. The only qualification was they want to please the Supreme Lord, but the instruction of their father, and that's why Lord Shiva immediately came and so happily he gave what is in his heart, which he had locked. He gave that Rudra Geet to Prachetas, and through them to the entire world. Hmm? And so Lord also told the glories of his. He told how we have to go in front of Lord, not with our demands. First, we have to glorify the Lord for all the good things what He has done, He has given us, and then later on, Lord Shiva glorified the Lord body. Yes, and here and then post that. Then he said we have to start do it attentively. So we have to do our bhakti, we have to chant our rounds. But how? Lord Shiva says attentively. Yeah, that's most important. Not anyways. Anyways, we have to chant. Anyways, we have to sit. It's either we have to sleep, huh? Or we will be attentive. Ki yes, we'll do it for the pleasure of the Lord. We'll put our heart and soul in this, and so this we can learn from Lord Shiva. So many things, but I think that's enough. So so result of Rudra Gita is that after Rudra Gita, definitely sure, this is a benediction also Lord Shiva says, whoever reads or hears Rudra Gita, immediately Lord will definitely his process, what no matter what problems in bhakti life it is there, it will be easy. Definitely, Lord Shiva empowers ki definitely by reciting this Rudra Gita, you will definitely get the mercy of Lord, the Supreme Lord. Yes. So, see, we have to chant with attention, not mechanical chanting. We have to meditate on the Lord's form of the Lord, nail, thighs, calves, ripples on his body, in his stomach. Yeah. Then we have to stay in a devotee association will take us closer to Krishna. Do not seek material blessings. That is temporary. We have to focus on which is eternal. And we have to follow Lord Shiva's mode. What is Lord Shiva's mode? To glorify Lord. That is his mode. That will give him happiness. Hmm? So this Rudra Geet is so today we have to try to recite Rudra Geet for the pleasure of Lord Shiva. And Rudra Geet Lord Shiva composed for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. Similarly, he composed one more beautiful prayers which is called as Vrindavan Anthem. Those who have been to Vrindavan, which is the pleasure of Srimati Radharani, which is called as Shashi Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra. So this Rudra Geet Lord Shivji composed and he spoke to Prachetas for glorification of Lord Krishna, and then later he composed this Shradha Kripa Kataksha Stotra in which he glorifies the side glories of side glance of Lord Srimati Radharani's vision. Side glance. Okay? And to whom he speaks this? To Mother Parvati. And in Vrindavan, this is the anthem of Brajvasis. So they everybody knows it by heart, from small children to elders, and this every day they recite this for pleasure of Srimati Radharani. So we also can recite Shri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra. We'll try to send audio of both. Okay, those who cannot at least hear. So in the entire day you can hear. So quickly we can just read it together. Shri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra. It's done. 3 minutes it will take. We won't repeat, we will recite it together. Okay? Because this two, Rudra Geet and Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra is very dear to Lord Shiva. And we this Mahashivratri, we want to please him. Definitely we'll offer water, bel patra, milk, everything we will do. But along with this, which is so dear to his heart, we will do it. Yes, and definitely, Lord Shiva, Parvati, Mother Parvati will be very, very pleased with today's this endeavor we have done in the Association of Devotees. Yes, so we'll recite the Shraddha Kripa Kataksha Stotra for pleasure of Lord Shiva and Srimati Radharani. It's posted in the group, I think, Prabhu. The entire only verses were there that you have not said. Okay, we'll start with this. Shri Radha Kripa Kataksh Stotra ki Jai. Spoken by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. Hmm? The king of prayers, which petitions the most merciful sidelong glance from Srimati Radharani. We'll recite it together because we have been reciting it during our Kartik time, yes? So otherwise those who are not be able, we just try to hear it. मुनीन्द्र वृंद वंदिते त्रिलोक शोक हारिणी प्रसन्न वक्त्र पंकजे निकुंज भूविलासिनी व्रजेन्द्र भानु नंदिनी ब्रजेन्द्र सूनु संगते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अशोकवृक्षवल्लरी वितान मण्डपास्थिते प्रवालवालपल्लव प्रभुरनाग्रिकोमले वराभया स्वरत्करे प्रभूत सम्पदालये कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अनङ्गरङ्गमङ्गलप्रसङ्गभङ्गुराभ्रुवम् सविभ्रमं ससम्भ्रमं दृगन्धवानपातने निरन्तरं वशीकृता प्रतीतनन्दनन्दने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् तडित्सुवर्णचम्पकप्रदीप्तगौरविग्रहे मुखप्रभापरास्तकोटिशारदेन्दुमण्डते विचित्रचित्रसञ्चराचकोरुषावलोचने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् मदोन्मदातियौवने प्रमोदमानमण्डिते प्रियानुरागरञ्चिते कलाविलासपण्डिते अनन्यधन्यकुञ्जराजकामकेलिकोविदे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् अशेषहावभावधीरहीरहारभूषिते प्रभूतशातकुम्भकुम्भकुम्भिकुम्भसस्तने प्रशस्तमण्डहास्यचूर्णपूर्णसौख्यसागरे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् मृणालवालवल्लरी तरङ्गरङ्गदोलते लताग्रलास्यलोलनीललोचनावलोकने ललाल्लुलन्मिलन्मनोष्णमुग्धमोहनाश्रिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् सुवर्णमल्लिकाञ्चिता त्रिरेककम्बुकण्ठगे त्रिसूत्रमङ्गली गुण त्रिरत्नदीप सलोलनीलकुण्डला प्रसूनगुच्छगुम्फिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् नितम्बबिम्बलम्बमानपुष्पमेखलागुणे प्रशस्तरत्नकिङ्किणी कलपमध्यमञ्जुले करीन्द्र शुंड दंडिकावरोह सौपगोरुके कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अनेक मंत्र नाद मंजुनूपुरारवास्कलात् समाज राज्य हंस वंश निक्वनाति गौरवे विलोल हेमवल्लरी विडम्बि चारु चक्रमे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् अनंत कोटि विष्णु लोक नम्र पद्मजार्चिते हिमाद्रिजा पुलो मजा विरिंच चावरा प्रदे अपार सिद्धि वृद्धि दिग्ध सत्तदांगुली नखे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् मखेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वदेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेद भारतीश्वरी प्रमाण शासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी शमेश्वरी प्रमोद काननेश्वरी व्रजेश्वरी व्रजाधिपे श्रीराधिके नमोस्तुते श्रीराधिके नमोस्तुते श्रीराधिके नमोस्तुते इति मम अद्भुतं स्तवं निशम्य भानुनन्दिने करोतु सन्ततं जनं कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् भवेत् तदेव सञ्चिता त्रिरूपकर्मनाशनम् भवेत् तदेव रजेन्द्रसूनुमण्डलप्रवेशनम् जय जय श्रीराधे जय जय श्रीराधे जय जय श्रीराधे श्याम। श्री राधा कृपा कटाक्ष स्तोत्र की जय। मद पार्वती की जय। शिव शंभो की जय। So on this day of Mahashivratri, let us all pray to Lord Shiva that he blesses us. Let us be grateful to him that he has been so compassionate to us, that we have some hope that he is uplifting us in this path of bhakti. Let us pray that he blesses us in this path of bhakti, and we try to imbibe his inner mood, what he wants from us is instructions, be able to follow, and be able to, let's take blessing from him only, that we able to do what is so dear to him. महाशिवरात्रि महामहोत्सव की जय। लॉर्ड शिवा की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.